Well, you certainly have used your voice in such an amazing way throughout your career. It's taken you many places.
It has. It has, all over the world. And I don't know what it is that God would give me something that would also have no language barrier,
right.
You know, and as I travel to different countries and go to Japan, even that, you know, you're looking out there and you know that they can feel you,
yes,
and that they are receiving it, and I just am very grateful for this gift.
People probably don't realize how young you actually were, because you came on with such an impact at Dreamgirls. How old were you?
Well, actually, I turned every birthday in Dreamgirls. I turned 21. I started working, well, actually 20 is also, because I started working on Dreamgirls at age 19 while I was working on Your Arms to Share the Box of God.
Right.
So in the daytime, I did Dreamgirls. At nighttime, I did Box of God on Broadway. So I turned 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Okay. Now this may be a sensitive subject for some. Your weight issue. Did you have a weight problem through childhood? I know that's one of Michelle Obama's missions, you know, childhood obesity. Was it something that was always with you? And then I know you had a major change, and I have to commend you because you have done an amazing job with sustaining your weight after losing a significant amount.
Yes, yes. Well, I would say my whole weight battle, it could have started with the childhood, but I had a happy childhood, so I don't really remember any, like, things about, you know, people telling me not to eat, because I grew up in Texas. So, child, if you ate, then that meant you loved them and they loved you. You know, because grandma was like, baby, come on now. Come on now. You're too skinny. And what's wrong? You got problems? You know, we need to put some meat on. You know, a man like meat on the bone. So they encouraged eating. You know, so I didn't really feel as though I had a weight problem coming up. But as I began to do Dreamgirls and more growing up in show business, I began to internalize, first of all, my loneliness from my Texas and for a big city like New York. Then second of all, just the problems of show business and life. So everything became food. Food became my best friend, my comfort, and I catapulted to almost 400 pounds. 400 pounds. So I was one of the first people to have the gastric bypass surgery in 1990. And within the first 3 months, I lost 80 pounds.
Wow.
And then after that, I've lost a total of 220 pounds.
And how have you managed to keep it off?
Well, for me, it was a whole mental thing. And I try to tell people that it doesn't really matter what diet you want to do. If your mind isn't changed and you don't have a different thought process about food, you know, then it's hard. And people used to always ask me, they says, well, why does Oprah go up and down and up and down? I said, because Oprah loved food. And I said, and it's not that anything, I said, what's different though with food is two ways. Food is used as an expression of love as well, and the good life. So they said, well, something must be wrong if she keeps it. No, everything is right. If you can have caviar and champagne all day, and so I don't think we can do a little celery or nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you can have these things, it's just available to you, and it's a sign of happiness and good life too. So how do we moderate, and how do we make it where food is for our existence and it does not control us? You know, so I don't have any leftovers in the house. I just savor good things. If we go to a restaurant, the food was good there, I'm not taking it home to re-experience it at midnight. You know, some stuff we're gonna have to hold on to.
And so you have a great willpower.
No, more so than willpower. It's the determination of our mind. Our mind, body, spirit. Mind determines everything, even with our health, you know, and our illnesses and our other things and stuff, and it applies to what we think in our minds.
Not to mention, after such a major transition, I'm sure you just felt so much better overall as well.
I think that I was one of those who didn't have any health problems going in. So I do think that overall, I began to feel better.
Okay.
And then, like I said, the mindset is different because also a lot of people don't realize why people put back on weight is because people around us also change.
Right.
So therefore, if you're not mentally prepared for that,
yes.
you can become depressed.
True.
Because people unconsciously try to sabotage you because of the fact of what you meant to them as an overweight person.
Okay. So, you did your little grandma thing, so you have the acting talent, of course. Can we see more of that as well?
Well, I used to act a long time ago. I was on a show called Ally McBeal
Right.
for 5.5 years.
I remember that.
Yeah, and that was great. And, of course, I've done episodes of Touched by an Angel and all of that. So I think that I would like to get back into it.
Okay.
I live in Atlanta, which is now becoming a new entertainment
Oh, yes.
hub.
Have you met Tyler
I
Perry?
have not met Tyler
Okay.
Perry, and I'm hoping to meet him. And so and then there are so many others down there that are
yes.
doing it. So I think that I'm moving at this new phase in my life with a lot of new things, and so hoping that acting will be part of that as well.
I can see a reality TV show too.
Oh,
But really quickly, I know you put your stamp on Effie.
Yes.
Years ago.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, the movie comes.
Yes.
And ironically, another Jennifer
Yes.
plays the role, brings it to another level of success in terms of the big screen. You did, winning a Grammy and a Tony Award. What went through your mind? Did you kind of wish that they approached you for anything leading to the movie? Or what actually happened when all of this success was now being generated with the role that you co-created, and now to Jennifer Hudson?
Well, first of all, I think that for me at the time, and we're looking at 2006 now, when the movie was actually done and gotten released.
Okay.
And at that particular time, like I said, I pretty much had lived a pretty much reclusive life. Now, I'm always singing, I'm always working,
Right.
but not where it's like out in public. So it was quite a bit for me to have so many people looking for me.
Right.
And one of the things that brought me out is because a lot of people actually thought that I was dead because of the fact that I wasn't in the movie at all.
Okay.
And Loretta Devine was in the movie.
Right, who played in the Broadway version.
Right, who played in the version. So
Shirley Ralph.
Right, and a lot of them had already been approached because they all have people. I don't have people. So
Okay.
they all had like publicists and managers and everything. And
Right.
they said, well, where is Jennifer Holliday and why isn't she saying anything?
Right.
So
Okay.
I was the only one who had not spoken. And so when I did come forth, I